Do you know what is the dream of an English learner? Yes, to speak English like an Englishman. And what is the problem we have? Why can't we speak English like an Englishman with the correct pronunciation or with the correct accent of English? Why can't we speak English like an Englishman with the correct pronunciation or with the correct accent of English? Because one reason is we are not in England. Second reason is we do not know how to pronounce the words or sentences exactly like the Englishman. So, from today onwards, I would like to start a series of lessons on teaching English for Indian students. And these lessons are purely based on teaching phonetics or the correct accent for Indian students of English. If you are watching my channel for the first time, consider subscribing, and followed with this, every day you can expect one lesson of phonetics starting from the basics, and it will be useful for the students of IELTS, and it will be useful for the students of TEFL, TESOL, or if you're applying for any other competitive exams. If you're also applying for any interview, and there also you need to use your speaking skill as well as listening skills. Okay, so what is phonetics? So phonetics is actually a scientific study of speech sounds. So the definition of phonetics is like this. Phonetics is the study of speech sounds in general. And there are three areas mainly the phonetics focuses on. One is protection, transmission, and reception of speech sounds. And for example, when I speak to you, I produce a speech sound, and my sound is traveled through the air, and it reaches to you. That means you receive the sound. So three processes are happening: protection, transmission, and reception. Right. So now let's have a look at what is a speech sound. So a speech sound is the smallest distinctive unit of a sound. And speech sound has also one more name called phoneme. It is also called as phoneme. Right. For example, when you say the word pen, right, we have spelling P is there, E is there, N is there, right? But when we pronounce it, remember, we pronounce it as pen, pen. So when you pronounce it as, we have sounds like P, A, and N. So in that word, we have three sounds plus and three letters, say. If we take the word pin also, here we can say that P is a sound, E and N. So three sounds. And if you take the word mud, right? Ma, a, d, mud. See, and why do we call it as a phoneme or a speech sound, a distinctive one? A distinctive one means a different one from the other sound. For example, pa is different from a, and na is different from pa and a. So we have a distinctive, a different sound, and that is also the smallest one. That means we cannot further divide it. So speech sound or phonemes are the smallest units of sound that we use for producing a language. So in such a way, if you consider that one, we have 44 speech sounds or phonemes in English. And those 44 speech sounds are categorized into consonants and vowels. Why English is a bit difficult for some people? I can tell you. Because let's take a word called read. Read, R-E-A-D. Right, read. So we have how many letters? R-E-A-D. 4 letters are there. But when you pronounce it, listen to the sound. Read. R, E, and D. D. See, only 3 sounds are there. See, and 4 letters are there. But to produce that one, to pronounce that word, we need only 3 sounds. And the same way, you take the word recall. Recall. Right? See, spelling R-E-C-A-L-L. So we have 6 letters. Right? So when you pronounce it as recall, R-E-C-A-L-L, recall, recall, only 5 sounds. And if you take another word, receive, receive, the C in spelling. The C in spelling is pronounced as sir, receive. But we come back to our word recall. There also spelling C was there, but we pronounce it as K. Right? So the C in spelling in both the words recall and receive, we pronounce differently. Right? In one, recall, it is K, and in receive, it is sir. Right? So in order to identify these differences, we have to learn these 44 speech sounds. Right? How to pronounce these speech sounds, how to use them effectively to speak English language. Okay, my dear friends, I think today we have learned what is phonetics. We learned the definition of phonetics and what is a speech sound. So in the coming classes, we'll be learning about the different speech sounds and how they are pronounced. So stay tuned, and the next video we'll be learning the 44 speech sounds and their pronunciation and how they are used in English language.